It was just a normal day in the new Minnesota. While his laziness had gotten him into trouble, Goldie was pulling trucks along the outer line. Scarlo taking passengers. The lorries just laying around. Jason and Pompa sitting in a different shed. And Mike and Smudger sitting in the main shed. And, Proteus's repairs were almost complete. They just had to tinker a little more, and he would be riding the rails again. Hey, Smudger, why don't we tell Proteus the story of Anderson? Who's Anderson? Young engines. Well, Mike, you want to tell the story? Sure, Smudger. It was a long time ago. You see, we had two other engines around at the time. I think their names were David and Arlo. Oh, I don't know. This was like around the 5-year ago mark. Yeah. Anyways, there was 4 of us. And, what happened to the other 2, that's a different story. We were resting in the sheds when we met a young, small yellow engine came into the sheds. He said his name was Anderson, and that he was eager to start work right away. Wow, I like the fact that he wants to actually do some work around here. Unlike me, because you're modified. Jeez. Arlo, usually bragged a little because, well, he was a modified version of a saddle tank. Yeah. It didn't take us very long to realize that he wanted to get things done on time. So he was always going fast and being very rough with trucks. The trucks didn't like it, and neither did we. It did cause, a few problems. Arlo took the biggest dislike in Anderson. One, because Anderson would always rush in with his coaches and bump Arlo from behind. And 2, sometimes Anderson would not be paying attention and take the wrong track. This made Arlo late sometimes, but he was useful. We did start complaining after a little bit, but the trucks found Anderson to be really rough when it came to moving trucks. They'd always bump and bounce around as he raced down the line. This engine is horrid, said Arlo one day. He's always bumping me from behind with my coaches. Well, if you're so important, then why don't you get your own coaches? Was that an insult? You figure it out. Toodaloo, I gotta go. Oh, come on, Arlo. Come on, Arlo. Anderson's a nice guy. He's just, quick about things when it comes to work. I'm tired of it. I just wish he would go away. Why did manager even get an engine like that? Why did the manager get an engine like you? Was that an insult? You figure it out. I think those were insults. Dave, why'd you stop? Well, get out of the way. Oh. Oh. Ow. Hey, who bumped me? Sorry. That's what I'm talking about. Always bumping everyone. Oh, come on, Arlo. He's just a young engine. Give him some time. He'll eventually get it. Anderson never really did seem to get it. But he was a good engine. Good thing he didn't have a bad attitude. But always being quick and rough did get the best of him. David had to take some trucks full of explosives, but he couldn't get Steve. But right as he began moving, he broke down. Oh no, I've broken down. And there's no one else available. Except... lucky for David, and unlucky, Anderson. But Anderson was the only available engine. He was just shunting empty slate cars when David asked him the question. Hey Anderson, can you shunt me into that shed and take my trucks for me? Sure, where do they need to go? Oh, just taking the loading gauge. Just take them to the loading gauge. They need to be taken off to a different area anyways. Alright. Anderson did so. But this was where his luck had run out. Why? Did he shove David through the shit on purpose? No, he did it just fine. Then what was the problem? Well, let's, we don't really like to talk about, I don't really like to talk about this part. Neither does Mike. Why? Anderson was just heading down the outer line from the country part. The part with all the trees anyways. The trucks decided they had enough of it. They had enough of him being fast and rough. So, they did the only thing that made them laugh and have fun. They bumped him. Like they do to all engines. They bumped him. But bumping him was a bad mistake, because one of the explosives something had fallen off one of the trucks, and the next thing I know, I was shunting vans in the junction when it happened. I was putting them in their place when I heard a loud explosion. I was shocked and wondered what happened. Manager came running to me. Smudger, get the breakdown crane, some flatbed, and some other engines. I wondered why he had requested it, and I was horrified when I got there. The trucks, they exploded. It damaged the tracks. Mike was already there at the crane. Arlo watched, feeling guilty for what he said. And the trucks, they were in flames. And Anderson, he was burning. He was burned. Pieces of him were everywhere. I couldn't look. He was too young. Still learning. We knew the trucks would get back at him someday. But not like this. What happened after that? I took the wreckage away. The trucks were bound to go to the scrapyard anyways. But Anderson. This is what we did with his remains. Anderson was placed in the back of the shed. And David was fixed too, but this was hard on all of us. Especially Arlo. Rarely any commotion came on between any of us. Especially Arlo. But that's in his story. That's in his story. Okay, first question. Mike, why was Smudger telling a story? I thought you were telling a story. Also, question 2. Is Anderson still back there? No. He was taken to the scrapyard a long time ago. Look, just don't talk to anyone about this. It might cause major problems. Alright. You promise? I promise. Good. If you tell anyone about what we just told you, well, it ain't gonna be pretty. This might go. I'm gonna go. Where's he have to? I don't know, actually. I hope he tells me what happened to that Arlo guy. Well, your repairs are done. We just need to move all this stuff in. You can go. Nah. Alright. I'll rest. Oh no. Ow. We were caught wearing his hats.